So, and that brings me to what I want to talk about next, which is opportunities that we saw during this whole thing and how we seized them. So, Isa, what do you think this quarantine allowed us to do that we wouldn't have been able to do without what was going on?
Well, I think for us, thankfully, quarantine was a good thing. It sounds not good, but it is real for us. Um, Nate, you start your podcast, and I bet you wouldn't have done it before. And the fact that we have two people willing to act for us all the time and not charging, like they're doing it for free, that's a lot. And that is just happening because we're in quarantine. And that we don't have to go to work and we can just spend all of our time working in this movie is because we're here in the same house, stuck here.
Yeah, there's like I kept wondering throughout this whole process of making the movie, like if this was and it hasn't been easy by any means, and we'll get into that later, but if this was this simple of a thing to start, because it's definitely simple to start, it's not easy to finish, it's not easy, but more people would be doing this. But then I realized, like, oh, nobody really has a month off with six people in a house that are willing to help you make something. So that really was an opportunity that doesn't exist outside of the situation that this pandemic created. So I think that looking for opportunities in otherwise bad moments, and I realized, like, we don't have kids, we don't have like people to take care of, we don't have to teach anybody school like a lot of people during the quarantine did. But there are a lot of people just like us who spent this quarantine not doing anything. And I really think that it was an opportunity for somebody like us who doesn't have many responsibilities and we have enough money saved to make it through, that there was an opportunity here to really create something. And seizing those opportunities is something I'm proud that we're doing.
Yeah, that we could like find out and on time. I kind of wish we had started before. We had like 2 or 3 weeks of
Yeah,
doing nothing.
I wish we would have started earlier too.
Yeah,
But again,
but I'm glad we did.
yeah, we were doing the podcast. We had another project we were working on. But yeah, I really do think that any opportunity is present anywhere. And there's a book that I would suggest everybody read. It's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And it talks about how the obstacles that come up in your life are really, can be looked at as opportunities and further your growth instead of make it harder.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the obstacles within our opportunity within the movie and how hard it's actually been.
It's been pretty hard. Harder than what I thought, to be honest. And every single thing is things that usually are not for, I think, is a problem. Everything is a problem. We solve it, but everything becomes a problem really quick.
Yeah. And that's filmmaking in general. And before we move on about these obstacles and these hard things in making the movie, like we're very thankful that we can make it, and like we're very positive about the situation. But there are moments where I'm pulling my hair out or like in tears and blood,
ready to say
sweat.
Maybe this is not worth the pain, the stress, and the
ready
fights.
to just throw everything away.